My name is Douglas.
And I'm Logan.
And welcome to the Logan Douglas Reacts. Sometimes we haven't done a video in a long time because my storage decides to screw me over. What a great day, right? Anyway, what we got today is Enderlin, the first EF5 tornado in 12 years.
So let me explain this. So what? I didn't see. I remember the tornado. I just didn't see the cell. And
Wait. Do we see it the other day or no? Did you not see it the other day?
No, that was the final rating.
Oh, right.
This is Enderlin, the first EF5 tornado in 12 years by Tornado TRX. Shout out to him.
Maybe subscribe as well.
Make sure to like and sub to him.
If you're into more kind of stuff, so.
If you're into more tornadic stuff.
Wow.
And
this video?
This tornado was incredible.
So it's something to do? It's a video?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Probably a violent tornado in here, guys.
It's night in North Dakota, and storm chaser Freddie McKinney is filming a developing tornado near the town of Enderlin.
Oh my gosh, dude! Freaking violent wedge! Violent wedge!
So basically, what a wedge is, it's a type of tornado that the base is so low to the ground, and then there's so much potential rotation that it spreads out in a large margin. Basically, what a wedge is, a TLDR, too long didn't read. The tornado is longer than it is tall, like wider than it is tall.
What Freddie doesn't know is the monster in the darkness is currently tossing train cars, leveling houses, and would be the first EF5 level tornado in over a decade. The weather community is currently in a frenzy. To understand why, we start with this system across the United States. It's bringing ingredients together over the plains. Extreme atmospheric conditions were being forecasted, and at a glance, a tornado outbreak seemed likely. But there is one problem: the sun. With severe weather, heat is good until a certain point. The atmosphere requires heat energy to produce thunderstorms. But there's a meteorological sweet spot before things get too warm. And when the air is too warm, it can prevent storms from forming.
Basically, this is called a cap, which shows that storms are not able to puncture throughout the troposphere and into the stratosphere, where the stratosphere, when clouds like poke up into the stratosphere, that's when you kind of get those like those classic supercellular storms can have a chance of producing tornadoes. And what the cap does, it prevents that. It limits the amount of growth of the storm. But because there's so much atmospheric ingredients favorable for supercells, Tornado TRX will explain it, but I'm just kind of giving my point of view. But yeah, too much heat is not good for. It's kind of like the Goldilocks zone. If it's too cold, storms can't form, and if it's too hot, storms can't form. And that will cause. And if it's in that sweet spot, like he said, like maybe like around the 70s, then it is a perfect time for supercells.
At all. There was heavy debate with professionals over if storms would even form, but the catch was if something, literally anything, could fire, the strength of the storm and any subsequent tornadoes would be extreme. The odds of this happening were just so low.
Mm-hmm.
Dozens of storm chasers make the drive up to North Dakota for the microscopic chance of a storm firing, and the prospects looked pretty bad. Completely clear skies were present.
So, pretty bad means for the storms because
Because when you press play, you muted the thing. Maybe you pause it. Continue.
We're gonna edit that out, right?
Probably.
Because at 6 o'clock, like around 6:30, storms were supposed to fire. Storms were already supposed to fire. Maybe at like 5. I'm just guessing based on like analysis. It's usually later in the day, like afternoon into the evening. Yeah.
No sign of thunderstorm development, and certainly no sign of a tornado. But by around 7 p.m., everything would change. Despite the warm air, a thunderstorm was able to form, and it was rapidly developing. In just 10 minutes, the thunderstorm already had rotation on radar.
Oh yeah, by the way, I just want to remind you that this was actually during a derecho. A derecho is basically a line of severe thunderstorms that have winds excess of like, if you're from Florida or know about hurricanes, hurricane term, like basically almost like a category 2 equivalent, category 2 to 3 equivalent.
Okay, quick question. Can you see when you look at a radar? Can you see a rotation on the radar or not really?
What?
When we look at like a radar, can you see a rotation or no?
Yeah, velocity.
All right.
And derechos can move upwards of like 70 miles an hour forward speed. And by the way, for those who don't know about hurricanes, basically 100 to 120 miles and 120 mile an hour winds could be there.
And at 30, the first tornado of the day seemed inevitable. And this was happening right as the supercell approached the town of Jamestown, North Dakota. Storm chaser Kelton Henderson would film the storm as it rapidly organized.
Rotating base over there.
Oh yeah, here we go. It's tornadoing. I want to see which way it's moving
This is Kelton Henderson's footage.
first. There you go, Jack. Boom! Big lightning strike.
Is that another channel that we can watch one time?
Well, he also does tornadoes.
Okay then.
What's happening?
Yeah, it is.
That's definitely a tornado.
I mean, yeah, of course. Oh, funnel.
Yeah, I see it.
Well, unless you're a storm chaser.
Yeah, this way.
You ready?
I'm ready.
But yes, please please take everything seriously. Like
when it happens.
Yeah, when it happens.
Try to evacuate as fast as you can, but if you can't make it in time, go outside and then go take like run away from the car, but also just kind of tuck yourself into the ball into
What?
Yeah, because I feel like online if you can't get away, if you can't evacuate in time, you go outside and you kind of
No, you never go outside during a tornado.
Okay.
That is the worst possible option that you could do.
All right, that was stupid. Don't do that.
You're thinking of school tornado
Oh
drills.
yeah, right. That's an economic.
That is still inside. That's without any closed doors. And yeah, do not go outside.
Forget what I said about that.
And curl up in a ball.
Forget what I said.
You're gonna get picked up
and possibly die.
Yeah. Do not run away from a tornado.
You're not beginning time.
I mean, I would say don't run from a tornado, yes. But if it's moving very slow and you know it is
pushing you, you say?
It's going like, well, you know what? Forget what I said.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, do we need to go?
We're gonna get close to this thing.
I want to take a brief moment to thank the sponsor, a sunshine and weather creator, Zipilboxes, Stormbird Arco Pair, and Connor Croft would approach the storm as well, filming the development.
Holy smokes.
Strong tornado.
Violent. Anyone wants to get close on this map?
Yeah, that's not the best one to get close to.
No.
By the way, just letting you know, this was June 20th, 2025.
Or you can say 25 for sure. Because that's what they say now. Oh, stop! God.
This RFD is so insane, I'm about to get rolled. I want to get out.
You want to point it in the
RFD is what comes behind the tornado.
wind?
No, what I want to do is get out of my car.
Into it.
But
Good luck.
pretty much.
Beautiful tornado.
It's very good about this.
Clear right. You're right. Clear right. Oh my gosh, that is a freaking hog. That is a monster. Absolute monster tornado here. You gotta watch the collar cloud.
It's insane.
Yep, violent tornado. Violent tornado here.
The extreme tornado would begin in an open field, but numerous roads and homes still sat in the path. And with how volatile the atmosphere was, literally anything in the path would be eviscerated.
Turns.
No, it's alright. Oh my god!
Holy cow.
Oh my god! We're close. We're close. We're close.
Jesus. Holy cow.
That's big.
Oh, here we go. This is a huge tornado.
Right next to this tornado, right next to it.
That's right behind you. Copy that, Charlie. Yep. Guys, huge violent tornado here. This is a huge tornado.
Problem is there's a million people up on it. Getting huge. It's getting massive. There's a million people up on it is the problem.
I'm watching to make sure it's still moving left to right, Jack.
Yeah, you got it, you got it.
Basically, what he means is that if it's moving left to right, it's moving away from him, which it is. But if it doesn't look like it's moving at all, then it's likely coming towards you.
It's big. It's big.
Oh shit, I'm getting water on the
Oh my god, man, it's perfect, perfect. Oh my god.
While most chasers were getting a backlit view from the south, one local chaser, Kayla Gilbertson, would record from the west side, where the sun would illuminate the vortex and show its violent motion. Traditional chasers were not the only people tracking the intense tornado. To the west, a research team called the Otis Project was also there. The goal of the project was to fly specialized drones into tornadoes to collect atmospheric data, and they were about to get the data of a lifetime.
This is drone footage for the Otis project. Well, that's what Dow is. Well.
As Otis circles the tornado, the drone begins to be sucked around the vortex, and the inner structure becomes apparent. this point, based on appearance and radar analysis, the tornado was likely in the upper echelon of intensity, and so far, it had avoided most structures in the area. This was about to change. A singular farmstead would be engulfed by the outer wind field, and even though it was only grazed, extreme damage would occur at the property. But the most incredible damage wouldn't occur to the structures. Rather, it would occur to the vehicles. As multiple cars from the property are siphoned into the tornado, they are shredded to nothing. Images show bare vehicle frames on top of
worst damage I think anyone has ever seen since I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, weather guys, this is the worst damage to vehicles since Bridge Creek 99.
Unearthed soil from where the tornado was quite literally digging into the ground.
It's called ground scouring, by the way. The tornado is so violent that because tornadoes are basically a low pressure spiraling, and the pressure what he's saying is that the pressure gradient is like so rough, like so strong that it's kind of blowing out the soil and creating these like marks in the ground.
There is no doubt this tornado was already...
And that already proves that it's extremely violent.
Unfathomably violent. As the vortex began to reach peak intensity, chasers would watch as the storm began to shroud itself in heavy...
This is called rain wrapping. Basically exactly what it sounds like. The tornado gets wrapped up in rain.
Rain.
Is it getting closer to us, or are we okay?
No, we're good. The tornadoes are different.
But they both do rain, right?
The rain is because of a supercell.
Okay then.
Dude, this is a tornado that you can't screw with.
No, it's not.
This is a tornado. If you get too close to this, you freaking die, dude.
It's disappearing into the rain. Alright, I officially lost visual on the camera.
Goodness.
I think at HP
Yeah,
quit.
your finger didn't go up. I've lost it.
I've lost it completely.
I don't like
Getting
this.
out of here, but you can't see it.
I'm getting out too.
Yeah, I've been staying further back from this one.
The now invisible tornado would begin to change direction as it also began to dissipate. This first circulation would be named the Spiritwood tornado, and its final rating, despite the extreme nature, would be EF5 due to the minimal damage it caused.
Yeah.
As the sun began to set, the storm would ramp up to produce its next tornado. Connor Croft would get ahead of the new circulation as it formed. Unlike the first tornado, which began extremely visible, this next one would instantly wrap itself in rain as it grew to over half a mile wide.
Oh, coming down.
Except for one yatter, you guys right about there.
Gonna come down. Gonna come down, guys.
Stovepipe.
Large stovepipe on the ground now.
Wouldn't go farther either unless you really booked it. Yeah, because it's about to cross the road. See
We
that?
just gotta watch the rain. If those trees like start to disappear or something, that's our cue to get the hell out.
The large tornado would quickly dissipate. Its track through open fields allowed it to cause minimal damage, though analysis of radar scans suggested the second tornado was also extremely strong. The Valley City tornado would be rated EF2. By this point, the sky was pitch black and night had fallen. It had seemed...
Now it's time for the
EF5s?
the dangerous time when tornadoes occur. Night and rain wrap tornadoes are two things you never want to see. Nighttime tornadoes are also called nocturnal tornadoes because you can't see them until they're right on top of you. That's literally the exact same with a rain wrapped
The outbreak of tornadoes
Unless you see it through lightning
is coming to an end. However,
or power flash.
a second storm south of the main one began to show signs of intensification. In just 45 minutes, this storm would produce one of the most extreme tornadoes in modern history. Pretty much every storm chaser in the area notices the uptick in intensity on the southern storm and begins to bail south through the blinding rain and wind. The storm doesn't wait for chasers to come to it though, and produces its first tornado near the town of Fort Ransom at 10:15 p.m. This tornado, unlike the massive wedges so far, was relatively thin. It narrowly missed multiple homes, while it curved to the north. One chaser, Tanner Charles, was able to get in position to catch the end of the tornado.
Oh, it is like freaking twisters up in this joint, bro.
Right there.
Look at that pipe, guys. You can see it you can see it.
Slow down so you can see it.
That's why you could.
This intense but
That's
short-lived
lightning.
tornado is a common occurrence in extreme supercells, ramping up in intensity, almost like the storm is calibrating its rotation before unleashing a monster. And at this point, the storm was ready.
Here we
Paved
go.
road options around the storm funneled the majority of chasers first south, east, and then heading north, viewing it from the south.
We're headed north to Sheldon. If that couplet is legit, there should be a strong tornado.
It's nothing I can see contacting the ground, but there's definitely something back there.
It is popping again. Whoa! That was so
That's bad when ears start popping
close.
because it's pressure. It's dropping pressure.
There's something dusty back there.
Copy, blasting north right now.
Okay, guys, I do have a large. Oh, yeah, wedge tornado, guys. Wedge tornado to my northwest. I can confirm.
Definitely.
Oh, oh.
Down.
Oh my god, monster.
Tornado.
My walkie just died. Holy cow, that's a monster.
Yeah, I think there's a tornado. Yeah, there's a tornado.
Tornado.
Big wedge tornado.
Wedge.
Trending to.
Oh, that left edge is huge, bro. The freaking massive tornado.
Whoa. Holy.
Yeah,
Holy cow. Monster. Oh my god.
gotta hear it in 4K.
Insane violence.
The massive tornado would touch down at 11:02 p.m., and in under a minute, it would grow to nearly a mile wide.
I don't think we've seen this since Joplin,
When was that?
if I remember correctly. Joplin 2011.
So this was 14 years ago was the last one, right? Because it's just a 2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's a huge tornado. I wish service wouldn't sell. Yeah, if there's any, I know Starlink could be working by chance, but
I'm on Starlink.
I'm trying to, yeah.
It's spotty.
Okay. Yeah, it's just left to run. It's a probably mile-wide tornado. Freaking mile-wide tornado.
Oh my gosh, violent tornado.
See that mesocyclone right there? That curve?
We'll pause
Let
it.
me go back.
My pause be good.
Oh my gosh, violent tornado.
Right there. Right?
So this right here is the mesocyclone of the storm. This is called the clear slot. You can see kind of like the sky above it. And this is all feeding into the tornado. These are like feeders. That's kind of like what gives its hook shape. This is a classic hook tornado. Yeah.
Oh yeah, big tornado.
Big tornado. Whoa, big wedge.
At this point, the tornado would be harboring some of the strongest wind
Check real quick. I'm gonna put this one out anyway. I gotta go to class.
What time?
I have it at 12. But here's the thing.
Wait, why didn't you tell me?
Ah, crap. But I gotta stop recording here, and then we can continue later. Or how much left? Okay, let's finish the video first.
It's finished?
Yes.
Alright.
It's conceivable on the planet, and it was heading directly for a railroad track, packed with train cars. Some of these cars weighing thousands of pounds. As the core of the tornado approached, 33 separate rail cars slowly keeled over off the tracks. And as the winds drove straight into the sides of the tankers, the force would violently tear apart the chain of cars in an arc-like fashion. It was as this chain of cars slid across the ground that the last car in the arc, now caught in the very center of the tornado, would detach from the train and go airborne. The 36-ton metal tank likely began to tumble through the air, striking the ground several times before coming to a rest about 800 feet from where it originally sat. Forensic analysis of the damage done to these cars concluded that winds of 230 miles per hour would be required to overturn a fully loaded grain hopper, and over 266 miles per hour would have had to have existed to loft the tanker car 480 feet from its resting place. These are some of the strongest wind calculations ever found within a tornado, firmly placing it within the EF5 category, the highest possible classification, and it was now heading directly for homes. To the northeast, within the town of Enderlin, North Dakota, resident John Lux would film the tornado from a gas station parking lot.
This is the mesosite farm. This is the tornado right there.
Stitching together frames of the video shows the over mile-wide wedge tornado. Above it is some of the most incredible storm structure ever. To the south, storm chaser Alex Russell would take a series of photos of the tornado in the distance, further showcasing the incredible storm structure and enormous size of the tornado. The circulation, now over a mile wide, would hit its first structure. While not a direct hit, the home would still be practically destroyed. Luckily, no one was home at the time. As the path curved to the north, swaths of forest would be violently shredded, with some trees removed completely from their root systems and thrown. By this point, the tornado was crossing Highway 46, and across the highway were two homes with people inside. As the core crosses directly between the structures, the violent winds would sweep both completely off their foundations. Nothing would remain of either property. At the west home, cognizant residents would shelter below ground in their basement, surviving with minor injuries. However, an older couple in the east home, Michael and Catherine Den, would not share the same fate, instantly dying as the home ceased to exist. The tornado at this point would begin to turn due north, similar to the rest of the tornadoes in the outbreak. Chasers would continue filming as the tornado shedded its cloud base, exposing a sprawling tube in the night sky.
I know these trees, man. There should be a gap. There's so many trees on this road.
This honestly reminds me of the 1999 Bridge Creek Moor. Yeah.
Dude, you can look at that thing. Should be a tiny road. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tube. You see it? Yeah, I see it.
Unfortunately, the extreme tornado was not done, and another home lies in its path. Once again, as the core moved directly overhead, the house was completely decimated, instantly killing 89-year-old Marsario Lucio. The vortex would finally end its path at 11:20 p.m., being on the ground for nearly 20 minutes. Strangely, the storm would produce another wedge tornado after this time moving at a bizarre southeast direction. Fortunately though, it hit mostly open farmland, and as it dissipated, the tornado outbreak would end just before midnight. For 108 days, the Enderlin tornado would remain at an EF3 rating, perhaps an unfortunate underestimate of the extreme winds. But on October 6, the National Weather Service would release their official calculations for the train cars, officially upgrading the tornado to EF5, the first EF5 rated tornado since the 2013 Moore tornado over 12 years prior. The rating was certainly a point of discussion online. Objectively speaking, while destructive, the Enderlin tornado is the least destructive of any EF5, sparking debate over how more significant tornadoes, like the Rolling Fork EF4 or Mayfield EF4, didn't get the same treatment. Regardless, the hope is that the Enderlin rating will set a precedent for future and potentially past evaluations of tornadoes, leading to less historic EF5 droughts and more scientific analysis on tornado damage. At the end of the day, ratings do not erase or add to the destruction a tornado has caused. And we remember the victims of the Enderlin EF5. Thank you for watching.
And
there you go.
To conclude, it caused so much of a frenzy in on the weather community. Like everyone could not believe it. It was mad, insane.
Well, that's it for this video. So, subscribe to the channel, like the video,
and comment what you want to see next.
Also, anything you guys want us to do, put in the comments and we'll put it on for the next video, right? If you guys put in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. This is Dougie signing off.
And Logan.
See you guys later.